afternoon. In this video, I would like to discuss and then demonstrate torso extension against resistance using a resistive band system. The analogous exercise to this exercise I'm about to show you in the gym would be to use a back extension machine. The target muscles for both of these would be the major muscles of the low back, the lumbar paraspinal muscles. The advantage of this particular set of exercises over exercises like the squat or the deadlift is that this exercise I'm about to show you does not put so-called axial load or vertical load through the spine. And so to some extent, it's a little bit easier if you're coming back from an injury or from back pain, if you have back pain, and you still want to work the muscles of the low back. This is a great exercise to start out and to start you on that path. So I'm going to demonstrate it using the resistive band, and just one important safety tip is that during this exercise the band is stretched and it's pretty much aiming right at your face. And so I would highly recommend that even though these bands rarely break, sometimes they do, and there's a possibility that it could snap back into your face. So I would really recommend using safety glasses when you do this. Also, I have a nylon anchor here that I'm going to use when I anchor it in the door here. But if you just have a knotted up resistance band, that would work as well. And so to do this, you need a low anchor. So I'm going to put it down below the hinge here and put it all the way through and then close it down, make sure the door is securely closed. Give it a good tug to make sure it's not going anywhere. And so now I have my anchor. For the chair, you want to make sure that the chair back does not limit your motion. So as long as the chair is long enough that you can sit near the front and your backward motion isn't going to be limited, you're okay there. And so to start out, you want to get into the starting position, a good seated position, good support for your feet, and then anchor the one end of the band into your chest with your hands, and don't let your hands leave your chest. Keep them there. There's the one fault that people sometimes do is that they let their hands come away from the chest as they're doing this, and then it can become more of an arm exercise than a back exercise. So you want to make sure your hands stay locked in there. And then you would start out as far forward bent as you can be, and even rounded a little bit, especially in the low back. And then extend your torso against the resistance of the band and come back. And so that constitutes one repetition. You can do this against very light resistance as a warm-up. You can also do this with moderate resistance, against moderate resistance, as a muscle endurance exercise, because that would allow you to do multiple reps and get in a muscle endurance type of protocol. You can also sit even further away or use a heavier band and do it as more of a strengthening exercise. So those are three ways that you can use this exercise to do resisted torso extension. The one final point I would make is that it's possible to just keep your back fairly rigid and straight as you do this and then come back. That's still putting some load through the lumbar paraspinal muscle group, but it's also mainly working the hip. It becomes mainly a hip extension exercise then. And so then that works more the gluteal muscles than it does the lumbar paraspinal. So if you're targeting the lumbar paraspinal muscles, you want to make sure that you curl up and then you essentially uncurl as you do the motion to come back.